Zoom, motherfucker! Zoom!
What's the matter with you? Reading comic books like a trash.
And then the ghost said, "And I will haunt you forever." Ah! Critic, you have to finish the ghost story.
This is dumb. Very clearly a fire hazard.
Come on, Critic. It's like we're in a spooky 90s kids show.
Well, no kids shows in the 90s were spooky, so I have no interest.
Why do you have to be such a bummer about the creepy things that we grew up with?
Yeah, like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Or Erie, Indiana.
Or Goosebumps!
Oh, I loved Goosebumps!
Remember Slappy the Dummy?
Or The Dead House?
Or the Evil Sponge! Critic, you could have been scared by an evil sponge.
Oh, just hearing the way you talk about it scares me.
What 90s kid didn't love Goosebumps?
This 90s kid.
Well, that's because you got too much 80s in you.
Yeah, Goosebumps was fun.
I guess it just wasn't the right age for it.
Well, what do you expect? It's still for kids.
Yeah, it's no Friday the 13th, but it's the most you could do given the age group.
I don't know. I don't think that's true.
Oh yeah? What's your idea of PG horror?
Flashlight. Yeah, Goosebumps just wasn't my thing. That's not to say there aren't a lot of good things that came from the series. The late 80s and early 90s was not a popular time for kids to read, so any book, let alone a franchise that made it cool, was something to be admired. I'll even go so far as to say the show is so bonkers, it's actually pretty fun in a campy way. And the spin-off series years later is legit pretty damn good. But aside from the Scary Stories collection, I just never found any of the stuff marketed as scary kid stories, well, scary as a kid. R.L. Stine should be congratulated for how he got so many young people into reading, but that doesn't mean I have to get into it myself. And it could very well be an age thing. I remember I have friends that read them and really liked them, but it always felt like Happy Meal Stephen King when the real Stephen King was right there. So yes, I admire a lot of what it did, it just was never something I personally got into. So it's probably no surprise that I didn't get into the Goosebumps movie. Released 10 years ago in 2015, even if you're not a Goosebumps fan, you have to acknowledge this is a pretty good idea. The author of the stories keeps all its monsters and ghouls locked up in his books, and if the books are ever opened up, they escape. Again, feeding into the idea that you should read, because it can feel so real, it's like the stories are coming to life. It is really clever. It's also a pretty inventive excuse to get as many Goosebumps stories in there for something called Goosebumps the Movie. You want to get as many as you can, and this was a smart compromise. And while it looks like a lot of critics and audiences got into this film, I found it pretty underwhelming. Even if you take out that I didn't get into these stories as a kid, I still thought the premise could be really fun and imaginative, but most of the time it ends up just doing the bare minimum. And even when it does that, it does it in a very distractingly odd way at times. It's not an odd way that brings me into the strange world, it's more an awkward way that keeps me at a distance from getting into the strange world. It's not an awful movie, but it is one that has plenty of material to playfully mock, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So let's wrap up Nostalgia-Ween with a scary PG movie.
Hey, look, there's a movie called The Haunting. It's only rated G.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too intense.
Let's take a look at Goosebumps the movie. The film opens with Sony Animation. I knew it. I knew Jack Black wasn't human. He's too poorly animated. As we see Zach, played by Dylan Minnette, and his mother Gail, played by Amy Ryan, moving to a new town for her job as vice principal. Yeah, Jack Black's forming a genre of kids films about moving to a new place and wacky stuff happening, isn't he?
I'm staying because I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And I looked into it. Legally, I can't live on my own until I'm 18.
Well, good, because you're clearly 20. They're welcomed by Aunt Lorraine.
Hi, from New York, it's my sister Gail. A special guest, my nephew Zach.
I instantly hate Aunt Lorraine. And she, of course, has a lame gift for him.
Make sure it fits.
Try it on right now?
Yeah, take her for a spin. Oh, I mean, come on.
You look great at that piano bar down the street called Chihuahua and Handbag.
Smooth.
He meets his neighbor named Hannah, played by Odeya Rush.
How long was the drive from New York?
Depends how long till you make a joke about his hat.
I can just tell by the pretty hat.
There you go, it's about go to hell hours. And he also meets her father, R.L. Stein, played by Jack Black.
Do you see the fence? You stay away from my daughter. You stay away from me. We won't have a problem.
Good, Jack. Now why don't you try the over-the-top one? Oh, did I mention Zach also has a dead parent?
Hopefully a change of scenery will help.
Not a change of bargain bin cliches, though. We'll keep those around.
Not sure walking in with the vice principal is the play.
He goes to school the next day where he meets a kid named Champ, played by Ryan Lee.
So, you're the new kid.
Look at the size of that school. There must be several of the new kid. And neither him nor his mom seem to fit in well.
We are so excited for Friday's fall dance. We can't stop twerking about it.
Yes, you can definitely tell that her and the principal
Who did that?
have worked with kids for a long time.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Chump.
She's never talked to me before, so we're making progress.
I hope you enjoyed this live recording of my high school love life. Hannah, though, takes a liking to Zach and even shows him a secret area where she likes to hang out.
Are you taking me somewhere to kill me? I'm just curious.
I'm playing it by ear.
Hannah? Yes, Zach, follow the stranger into the woods.
Okay, these lines were not written for this actor. These are Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, John Heder lines. And while I will give credit, this guy does bring a lot of charm to the role. Look at him. Does he look like someone the geek of the high school would say, hey, he looks similar to me, maybe we can hang? Or would be afraid a girl half his size is gonna kill him?
Come on, scaredy cat, we're almost there.
Why are you acting so afraid of everything? You're the most intimidating looking thing on screen!
They built it years ago, but then they ran out of money.
Pretty cool, they continued to supply power to a place that was abandoned so long ago.
Wait, what are you doing?
What are you afraid of? I do this all the time.
I hate the suburbs.
With their stupid theme parks hidden in their stupid forest, that's so suburbs!
Why'd you move to Madison?
My mom said to me, if you can live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Can we please move to Madison, Delaware?
Okay, like I said, he is a little charming. When they returned home, her father is angry she was out, to a point where he may have killed her?
Hannah!
Please don't play your scenes from Mandalorian again!
Mom, Hannah's in trouble.
Oh, who's Hannah?
She's in trouble? They call the police, played by Timothy Simons and Amanda Lund.
You're under arrest.
And they're weirdly the funniest thing in this. Yeah, how many times have you seen goofy cops, not just in kids' movies, but any movie get that many laughs? But these two really know how to make these lines work.
Do you have any idea what the penalty is for filing a false police report?
3 years.
Yep, it's close. It's a written warning.
Surround sound. I didn't know being an audiophile was a crime.
What a file?
Whoa!
Can we just follow these two? The author says he does have a daughter, but she hasn't been around for a while, so they obviously believe him over Zach.
Dale, it's Lorraine.
I can see you.
It's your sister.
Was that painfully bad ADR really needed to clarify that?
It's your sister.
I know my performance was so subtle, perhaps you forgot me.
You know what he needs? A night in with his aunt, bedazzling. Duh.
The aunt decides to babysit Zach. Again, being so close to drinking age, I think he can look after himself. But he sees Hannah again in the window. He distracts his aunt and calls Champ over to help.
Not only are there no girls, but there's a
I
psychopath.
called him and pretended to be the cops and I asked him to come to the station.
You can get in big trouble for that.
It's actually just a written warning.
Okay, so some of these writers worked on movies like Ed Wood, and sometimes it shows.
I think I sold some web.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's also the people who wrote Cody Banks. Champ makes the discovery, though, that they're in the house of the writer of Goosebumps.
What's he doing with a bunch of kids' books?
These aren't kids' books. Kids' books help you fall asleep. These books keep you up all night.
I don't know, they'd be like NyQuil the novel for me. Hannah appears alive and well, but one of the books is knocked over and accidentally unlocked. Oh god, they opened the novelization of Red 1. The monster escapes and they chase into an ice ring where they try to get it back into the book.
Just open the book! Just wait.
Hannah, open the book!
Not yet.
Well, now we the star of Night of the Living Dummy. Stein shows up, though, with the book to suck him back in. A pretty fair distance away. Why'd you have to wait for it to get closer, Hannah? I looked at the trap, Ray. You find...
Mine.
What the hell is this? That popcorn's hotshot? What's going on? They tell him they're aware he's the Goosebumps author, but he denies it. So they insult his ego by saying he's the poor man Stephen King.
Steve King wishes he could write like me, and I've sold way more books than him, but nobody ever talks about that!
Okay.
Way more books!
Scariest thing about this movie, finding out that's true.
When I was younger, I suffered from terrible allergies that kept me indoors. And all the kids threw rocks at my window and called me names.
They always made fun of the fact that I never spoke in my real voice and always used whatever the hell I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's the thing I'm figuring out about Jack Black movies. Whenever he does a believable performance, he's pretty entertaining. Jumanji, Mario Brothers, Kung Fu Panda, Tropic Thunder. Even though these are comedies, he feels real within the worlds they created, and he helps bring them to life. But when he does a silly voice like Mandalorian, Minecraft, Borderlands, or R.L. Stein, it just sounds exactly like that, a silly voice.
You're grounded. I told you to stay away from us or something bad would happen. Really good idea. He's a keeper.
Go exploring?
When?
That could be fine in a short sketch or a song, but for an hour and a half, it is so damn distracting, especially during serious moments.
I was trying to protect her. This gift of mine is a curse. You have no idea how lonely it's been until Hannah. She's different.
He sounds like Jim Carrey doing Count Olaf doing Jim Carrey. There's no way I can get into the emotion of this. Speaking of impressions, want to hear Jack Black's Mark Hamill?
You're giving me, what's the word? Goosebumps.
Oh my god, he's so creepy.
He is? Man, I am really not the audience for this. The scariest thing is his voice giving me PTSD to his claptrap performance.
What's the plan, friend? You must have brought me out for something fun.
Slappy slipped out one of the books that fell over, and he uses his new freedom to release other monsters from their literary prison.
That one's a real page turner.
How does he reach the pedals? We're here to remind you there's 2 little monsters ripping up kitchen scenes this year. No, please, I already ruined Gulliver's Travels.
Why couldn't you have written stories about rainbows and unicorns?
Because that doesn't sell 400 million copies.
Yoga porn stars can't suck their dick as well as this movie. Oh, thank God, at least the cops are back in the store.
I was frozen!
No, I'm too depressed. They were the best part of the movie. What the hell are you doing? You better have damn great writing coming up to make up for their absence.
Oh my god, Dad! Dad, what happened to you? Oh, thank God. Guys, false alarm. It's not my dad.
Did I mention one of the writers at Turbo worked on this too? They figure out Stein could just write a book where all the monsters are destroyed, which is actually a pretty clever plan. But he says he needs a specific typewriter.
Every story I've ever written was on that Smith Corona. It's not just me. That typewriter is special. It has a soul of its own.
I know, I wrote a story about called Typey the Ghostwriter Typewriter. That one took 2 days for me to write. It looks like the typewriter is at the school, of course, while a dance is going on. There better be witches that look like drag queens doing a song number. So they drive on over.
It's the invisible boy. He's a menace.
Oh man, what crazy ideas are we gonna do with this? Guess we're done there. Just throw in a giant bug or some lazy shit like that.
I don't remember writing about a giant praying mantis. Right, now I remember.
That made you remember? I don't want to know how your mind works. The car crashes, though, in front of a store.
Why'd you have to come up with something so freaky?
I just have a knack for it, I guess.
Granted, that might have been one of my other writers.
Lemonade, grape, or strawberry?
Good God, man, here, orange.
Just to double check, the monkey? This. I'm so glad people read these to appreciate good horror in the future. Naturally, another monster is found inside.
What are you doing?
It's the werewolf of Fever Swamp. He can smell my scent.
When you start to look at the Space Jam movies and say, you know, maybe they weren't that much a commercial. They outrun the werewolf and run into Lorraine in the back.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'm Lorraine.
Hello, R.L. Stein.
As the other pudgy, non-funny person in this movie, I suggest we hook up. They take a shortcut through the cemetery where Zach makes a big discovery.
What is it?
My God, R.L. Stine Ghost wrote Twilight! Nah, even he's not that bad. He can't give much thought to it, though, as zombies come alive and chase after them. Wait, when they have come out of the book? Oh, who cares?
I'm stuck. Go on without me. Save yourself. Okay, good luck. I didn't mean it. I'll kill him. Where is that little imbecile?
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what happens when he catches up with Champ.
They put my typewriter away. No, it was this way. It might have been the other way.
Guess they dropped that one too. You know, jokes are a lot easier when we don't have to include a punchline. Zach tells Stein that he's aware that Hannah is one of his creations.
I wrote her in such a way that she thinks she's real, and she is real to me, Zach. I don't expect you to understand.
Actually, I do.
I'm a forgettable generic character myself. They both agree they have to look out for Hannah, which hopefully isn't for too much longer, as they found the typewriter.
So start writing.
Yes, but what's the story?
Monsters lose, good guys win in the end.
No. It doesn't work unless it's a real Goosebumps story with twists and turns and frights.
No, a Goosebumps story. Just write the blank of blank and you'll have something. They give Stein a place to write while they try to tell the dance what's going on. Surprisingly, they don't believe him.
Monsters have invaded Madison.
He's right! It's the boogeyman! And he's picking his nose!
Really captured the voice of the youth, didn't they?
He's picking his nose!
Wait until you hear my rendition of Jingle Bells, which may include a certain odorous crime fighter. And we'll give credit, they do believe him pretty fast, so they don't drag that out too long. As they're told, Stein is already working on a story to trap them.
They're R.L. Stein's monsters. He's here and he can fix this. And don't worry, he's a very quick writer.
The first thing said about the books I agree with.
We should be helping.
We should be leaving.
Who are we again? Oh, that girl we saw for like a second that Champ waved to. I guess that's enough time to have them get together.
You saved my life, Champ.
It's actually Champ.
The pants, lose them.
But should we talk more? You literally got my name.
Said lose 'em.
Yes, ma'am. Slappy stops Stein from finishing his story. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather just watch the school stage production of The Shining. But Zach and Hannah scare him off.
Dummy broke my fingers. I was almost finished, only 1 or 2 pages left.
It was the longest I ever took to write one of my stories. However, Stein thinks about handing himself over.
I'm coming with you.
Hannah, no, I need to do this alone. I've been running away from people my whole life. I was so angry at the real world that I created these terrible monsters.
Again, it's hard to care when you're sounding more and more like a South Park voice.
We must get them to the National Association of Marlon Brando lookalikes.
It was clear there was only one place in the park left to hide.
I can't type while I'm walking.
Then commit it to memory.
They hide in the amusement park where Stein says Zach has to finish the book. Wait, I thought it had to be Stein the whole time. What are stupid rules is he making up?
Again, I don't always finish my own work.
But Zach accidentally writes that all the creations go back into the books, including Hannah.
If we open the book, that means...
It means I'll be stuck on a shelf someplace forever.
Trust me, if I'm this boring as a character, nobody's gonna want to read my story.
You know?
How many sweet 16s can one girl have?
She comes to grips with her existence in the most underwhelming way possible. Hey, he really does know how to write a Stein ending. And all the creations go back on paper. Don't worry, I'll write a less suicidal one next time. Actually, I'm not too far off, as when the town goes back to normal.
I'll give you a 60-second head start.
It's okay, Mom. Let's go in together.
I really feel like we've grown the 1 minute of screen time we shared when all the chaos was going on.
Hello, Mr. Stein.
Hello, Mr. Black. He's the new drama teacher.
And yeah, okay, that's kind of cute. We get this scene.
Do you, mister?
She'll always be in here. And in there. And also right over there.
Okay, that was good. I'll admit when there's a good joke.
I may have written one more book.
This one I wrote during a commercial break for Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, you're welcome for unlocking that buried memory. I know, I guess they did follow through on the Invisible Boy joke. Oh my god, it's the scariest scene of all! Realizing this should have been done as an animated film! Done in the style of those awesome covers! I mean, for God's sakes, you were pretending it was animated already! And that was the Goosebumps movie. I think it goes without saying it's not for me. It's clear both the books and the film have a following, and I guess there's nothing really harmful in it for kids. It's not awful or anything like that, it's just everything I usually don't like about Goosebumps. It's safe, bland, and feels watered down. I guess I was spoiled with the messed up shit I grew up with, but honestly, if this was your jam growing up, I guess I can see a little something to it. Not every kid's gonna see the Universal monster movies or read a lot of gothic classics, so maybe stories like this are a good introduction to get them into the classic icons and spooky ideas. Maybe the film is a celebration of that. Kids having fun with the first time they saw werewolves, killer clowns, or talking dummies, preparing them for the actual scary werewolves, killer clowns, and talking dummies. And again, it got so many kids into reading, it's really hard not to see the upside of that. I think I was just the wrong audience at the wrong time. If these stories hit you in just the right way, then this movie's a great send-up to them. But if you never found yourself getting into them, then this is the slappy I'm probably gonna put on again. And that about does it for Nostalgia-Ween. Thank you for joining me again, and hey, I wonder how they're holding up with those 80s PG movies. Oh, you watch Poltergeist without me? I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. You know those were real dead bodies they used in that pool scene?
We can't stop twerking about it.